What's the dumbest thing you've seen people celebrate? Parents dropped an expensive glass in our new house, called it good luck and took a shot. Russians will do anything to turn stuff around and drink. This could turn out horribly with an approval-seeking child, e.g., kid breaks something irreplaceable and says, "For good luck." Due to crappy circumstances, my little brother had to live with relatives a few states away. They have a daughter younger than him, whose birthday is the 25th of July. My brother's birthday is the 28th of January. Every year they celebrated her half birthday on the 25th of January, with cake and friends over and everything. Really took the spotlight off my brother since his birthday was just days away. Always made me sad for him. I'm so thankful he is home now. When my sister was 4 years old, she insisted some random day in the summer was Happy Mourning Day and tried to throw some kind of party. So whatever the frick that is. That's tight. You can have your own holiday. Unless it is to celebrate yourself, I can get behind Good Morning Day. Except for the fact that a good morning doesn't involve waking up. I worked at an insurance company where they would have going away parties if someone moved from one side of the work area to the other. The company finally clamped down on it. I also work at an insurance company, health insurance. We also do this, but we also have people ask for a $20 donation for a gift. I'm on a team of 70 plus people. If we all gave $20 it would be over $1,400. I'm not getting what we need to buy to congratulate this person for a promotion that nets them an extra $1.45 an hour. That costs $1,400. This is not gold watch territory. Here in South Korea, couples celebrate everything. The 14th of every month in addition to their 50th day, 100th day, 200th day, 300th day, 400th day, 500th day, 600th day, and so on. And yes, gifts and cakes and flowers are expected. A kid I graduated with, his parents threw a party to celebrate being $1 million in debt. I wish I was joking. One day after lunch in high school, I was sitting in the outdoor courtyard area between the buildings where students gather between classes. This guy took a glass drink bottle and placed it neck down in the grass. He then started stomping the bottle to sink it slowly lower and lower into the grass and dirt. His 3 friends were standing around him and cheering wildly as if it was the greatest goddamn thing that has ever happened. They lost their freaking minds at this guy stomping a bottle into the ground. Not celebrate, but this is kinda relevant and worth a mention. I saw an insane amount of people mourning Charles Manson's death. Like girls being like RIP, Daddy, Gitfo, you're psycho. Serial killers and famous murderers definitely get a weird cult following behind them. Ted Bundy, from what I heard, was really popular with the ladies even after being convicted of killing a whole slew of them. Probably didn't heard that he was handsome, but freaking still. My boss got a piece of metal stuck in his finger and he was trying for 3 weeks to dig it out with a blade. He finally got it and we all went ballistic as he could finally get back to work. I saw a group of friends, all on the shorter side, celebrating because one of their friends finally went from 4 minutes and 11 seconds to 5 feet. That's actually pretty funny. A friend of mine got diagnosed with brain cancer, so we all had a brain cancer party. At some point we had him on our shoulders and were chanting cancer, cancer, cancer after hours and hours of beer and C. Our friend couldn't stop laughing. Next morning we all woke up and said that was weird and he just said cheers lads. Think he just didn't want to feel different or be treated differently. He recovered and is cancer free. Did you have another C&B party to celebrate being cancer free? Anytime I answer the phone and it is one of those timeshare companies saying I won a trip, I freak the frick out like I just won the lottery. Then I calmly ask questions about them accommodating a wide range of fetishes. They have LYAs hung up on me. My husband has seen me do this so often he no longer reacts. In my culture, it's a tradition for a 15-year-old girl to have a quinceañera. It's a huge coming of age party. Recently I have seen some people celebrate a quinceañera. Huge ball gown, ballroom, the works, but for a 5-year-old, it's ridiculous. Sounds like Mexican bar mitzvah. My aunt celebrates her children's sex lives. They're all in their 40s. 2 recently divorced. One of them is sleeping with a married man. The other is 500 plus lbs. She literally said, and it actually works. Just you. Several years ago my family celebrated a birthday for a stuffed bear. It was one of the dumbest things we've ever done, but we mostly did it to humor my brother and because we find this kind of stuff funny. I think my brother was like 7 or 8 at the time and insisted that day was going to be a teddy bear's birthday, so we just said frick it, okay. Got a cake from the store and a tiny cowboy hat for a present and sang it happy birthday. My family is weird. I thought this was adorable, to be honest. When a man on Maury is proven to not be the father, or conversely, when the woman celebrates like she won something after a deadbeat, who initially denied the kid, is proven to be the father, neither are good situations for the kid. Back during the Iraqi war, shortly after 9/11, I had a friend that was Kurdish. His whole group of friends' family had an all-out party when it was announced that Saddam had been killed. This, in itself, wasn't stupid considering what Saddam's regime had done to the people of Kurdistan. What was stupid and a little hilarious was that they had this party like 4 times. Each time it would be announced that it was bad intel and Saddam was still alive. You would think after the first couple false alarms they might give it few days to confirm, but nope. Maybe they just wanted an excuse to gather round, drink, eat good food, and celebrate. Half birthdays. Are you that dang entitled that you feel the need to have a party every 6 months instead of once a year like a normal person? When I was little, my parents would do a small celebration for my half birthday just with them, never a party, and give me a present because my birthday was right after Christmas and thus, they felt, got overshadowed. Celebrating a 1 week or 1 month anniversary seems cute, but also completely ridiculous to me. It's not an accomplishment. I mean, when I was dating my last ex from the first month on I'd do something like get her flowers or chocolates or something. For the first couple months it was really because her ex before me never remembered her birthday or anniversary or anything. I know of a couple that had lived together for 7 years before getting married. They already had everything they needed, so the things they had on their wedding registry were absolutely ridiculous. 4 different choices of flat screen TVs, 3 different wine chillers, stoves, refrigerator, power tools, riding lawn mowers, snowblowers, kitchen cabinets, carpets, etc. Mind you, they lived in an apartment where none of this was necessary. They were not the most pleasant of people and ended up chasing everyone away by the time their wedding came. Only one woman showed up to her bridal shower and she ended up buying the bride ceramic cups for creme brulee. When their 5th year anniversary came around, the wife started a wedding anniversary registry at Williams-Sonoma, Target and Bed Bath & Beyond. Nothing was purchased off the registries and no one went to their party. Good lord, they sound awful. At Tsunami warning. People were inviting me to get some beers and go to the beach with them to see that tsunami hit. Luckily it never happened, but the amount of people who went to the coastline was amazing. I believe one person in California died in 2011 when the Japanese earthquake hit. He wanted to go watch the waves and ended up dying. O.J. Simpson's court victory. People thought it was a win for black people in general, but it was just another example of how wealth makes the justice system your bee. Have you seen The People vs. O.J. Simpson? Late to the show, but it was amazing. Was picking up my wife, and one of her colleagues was celebrating. When asked why, he responded that his wife had crashed her car, and that therefore he had the moral high ground. Yep, it's over, Anakin, I have the high ground. It's not dumb to celebrate birthdays on your birthday, but one of my friends from high school had a birthday week when she turned 28. I thought that was pretty dumb. I was in Chongqing, China, 1 year over Christmas. In Chongqing, on Christmas Day, thousands of people gather in the town square and batter each other with inflatable bats. It's the most bizarre thing I've ever witnessed. When a famous character appears on the screen in a Star Wars movie, gets on my nerves. The character can't see or hear you. Let everyone else enjoy the movie. Turn off the flash, you freaking moron. My parents got this idea for an unbirthday from Alice in Wonderland. Now in that book movie the unbirthday is any day of the year that is not your birthday. They decided it would be the day you were born, but in other months, your birthday is the 15th of July, so your unbirthday is the 15th of the other months. They didn't do parties or anything for it. Just like, hey, it's your unbirthday today. Why? Well, that was fun when I was a kid. When I was in my 20s and working night shift, my mom would call me 5 times in a day until I finally answered the phone, just to wish me a happy unbirthday. They didn't do this to anyone else in the family or each other, only me. Honestly savor it, not the unbirthday, the constant calls from mom lol. Pooping. Seriously, I had a co-worker who had some strangeness going on in her bowels. She would go weeks without pooping. If she finally did have to go and it happened to be while she was at work, the whole dang office knew about it. A birthday party for a doll. A birthday party for a favorite musician. A birthday party for a different favorite musician. Plot twist, I threw all these parties. My kids go to a pretty earthy crunchy private school and occasionally one of the more extreme moms will have a goddess party when her daughter starts her period for the first time. Like a celebrate and support type thing. My kids were horrified, as if getting your period wasn't bad enough. One time in middle school my friends and I baked a cake for Chuck Norris' birthday and sang happy birthday to him during lunch. It was an angel food cake with bits of bacon in it. Anniversary of their pet's death. Makes a cake and everything. Every year, and it's been about 15 or so years. This is my sister. Whoa, that would make it way more painful for me. My 16-year-old dog died this year and I'm dreading the 1-year anniversary of her passing in 2018. Literally nothing. I was once in a town in Ireland, out drinking in a popular outdoor area, and for no reason whatsoever, we all started cheering. It started somewhere down along the crowd, and pretty quickly made its way to me. We all wholeheartedly joined in, screaming, shouting, etc. No idea why. One of my brother's friends took him and several others to celebrate after it went from the 4th most visited site on his computer to the 3rd. I knew a guy whose dad ran a successful hotel company. His dad was about to retire and hand the company off to someone else other than his son because he had basically paid all his high school teachers to give him good grades. And he was worried his son didn't have the education to keep the company afloat. So the kid proposed that he go back and complete high school, starting in 1st grade and spending 2 weeks in each grade. This dude threw a party every time he finished a grade. It was basically a 25-30-year-old man celebrating finishing 3rd grade. It was so pathetic they could make a movie about it. OMG, this has actually been going on for quite some time. I remember back in, like, 1995 hearing about almost an exact same situation, although I think there was some controversy around grade 10 or so. Oops, I did forget preschool graduation. All 3 of my kids did have a preschool graduation, and sorry if I was a bit insensitive. When and where I grew up, we only had high school graduation. There were no milestones for getting out of preschool, kindergarten, elementary or middle school. Preschool graduation. That kid is 4 and has managed to learn their abcs and not eat too much paste. Congratulations. Belgian here. 589 days. That's how long we didn't have a government after elections, I think 7 years ago. In good fun and crazy typical Belgian style, we had a lot of beers and even some street parties with lots of people joining in. Some news reporters in my country went about asking people what they thought about 12-12-12 not coming again in a 100 years and sorta celebrating it. Birthday weeks. It's just a narcissistic load of crap. Be happy you get a single day to share with like 6 million other people on this planet. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I publish new videos every day. Until then, check another video. Bye for now.